Hey guys, Steph here. I am coming to you tonight talking about attraction marketing. Attraction marketing is a really huge part of what we do as coaches, and it's something that you kind of build to. And a lot of you are probably laying those building blocks right now. And kind of a way to simplify what attraction marketing means to me is I know in a couple videos back in our training we talked about when I was a brand new coach and I thought, I just can't wait until perfect strangers start approaching me. And that's really what attraction marketing is. It's presenting yourself as a presence on social media, which is, the platform most of us use, and allowing people to come to you because you've created a presence and a personality, and people are attracted to that and they want to know about you and work with you because they like your style of business. And so I'm going to go over a couple slides, and I'm going to screen share here. So here we go. So social media is powerful. Your platform to share your story is really big. This is like a very free platform for us to be using. And that's a big deal, to have this free platform like Facebook and Instagram. Those are the two that I really use mainly. They're the easiest to use in my opinion, and they allow you to reach the most people. So it's kind of awesome that we get to run our businesses on social media. If you build more in person, that's totally fine too. That's really powerful as well. But social media is definitely a way to build your business even faster. And that's really where attraction marketing and social media, business can really come into play. So what I like to do is really make sure that people get in touch with their story. And, what I encourage you guys to do, if you're taking notes, is to write down some ideas, some bullet points on what represents you, and make sure that you can tell your story in one sentence, one very powerful sentence. And really think of how you can combine all of the parts of you and put them into one powerful sentence. For example, for me, it would be something like, baseball wife who found herself at rock bottom, decided to climb her way out and changed her life and her family's life for the better. Something like that, just as an example. Let your mess be your message. Social media, like I said, it's so powerful, and it gives us that opportunity to be vulnerable in the comfort of our own home, in our comfort zone, right? So you can kind of put your vulnerabilities out there. And that's really what helps us form deeper connections with people. And that's why people are going to come to you, because they identify with your story. So you really want to find out what your story is and what mess have you been through in this life, because chances are other people have been through that mess as well. Not everybody, but some people, and those are the people that you're going to attract. And so you want to know what your mess can be turned into as a message, because those vulnerabilities and sharing that kind of messy part of your life can really form those really deep relationships with people. I like to think of Facebook as your polished blog. I put no negative Nancy post down there, which is true, but I'll get to that. Facebook, you can have these long written stories and blog post type of style posts, and with a picture, and get people to come and read, and they can follow you. So it's really similar to a blog, and you don't necessarily have to treat it that way. But for me, that's really how my Facebook page started out. And that really worked for me. So, if that's for you, then you can definitely do that as well. But I'm going to roll right into, well, actually, let me touch on the negative Nancy posts. That's really if you're trying to build your brand online, you want to make sure that people aren't coming to your page and they're not feeling good. You want people to come to your page and be able to look around and go, oh, this person makes me feel so good. And if you're putting up those posts that, you had a terrible day, trust me, we all have bad days, and we can definitely share that. But we come kind of back to that turn your mess into a message type of thing. Deliver value, add value to people's lives. Talk about how you turned your bad day around. And you're definitely going to get more people inspired by your message and what you have to say instead of just, my head hurts, this day sucks. I mean, that is just not something that most people want to follow. So be mindful of what you're putting out there, because you're really creating your brand with every single post that you put up. It's building your brand. So that's a big deal. So I'm going to move on. Hopefully these slides are changing, because goodness, I don't think I can handle another, failed slideshow here. But anyway, building your business on social media is about you. So Facebook is your storefront. I shared a couple posts here, my personal posts, some ideas of what people might see when they come over to my page. And I like to really give a really well-rounded, storyline here. So you're going to see a little bit of my business. You're going to see a little bit of fitness. You're going to see a little bit of my family. You're going to have some humor, see some blog posts. Like, there's just going to be a really good assortment of things. But they sort of all fall into like who I am. I'm not all over the place. I don't post things that don't represent me and what I'm interested in. And I think that that's really helpful for you to identify with what you're interested in. If you love cooking and baking, then stick to that and give healthy baking tips, that kind of thing, and be really consistent with that. If you have a child, that you want to spotlight, by all means, like if they have a funny personality and they love to dress themselves, make that a part of your brand. That's a big deal. So what are people seeing on my page? You really want to go and spend some time on your Facebook page and your Instagram and just look and see. Allow yourself to be a second set of eyes and kind of see your social media from a different perspective, so that you can give yourself some constructive criticism and say like, did that really fall into my brand and what I'm all about? And if it doesn't, then, maybe lesson learned and clean it up for next time. So definitely something to think about. Show the business without saying too much. You can definitely talk about the business without saying, hi, I'm running this business and you should come and be a part of this business as well. It's not necessarily the way that we want to recruit people in. So I think a better approach would be, to talk about, for example, I talk about my coach Grace here, who earned her free ticket to Summit a few months back. And, I got to talk a little bit about what Beachbody coaching is, and, that she hit Success Club 3 months in the business and she earned this free ticket to Summit. So that kind of gives people a clear picture on, okay, cool. Well, I could probably do that too, So it allows the conversation to start with potential coaches. And then over here, I, talked about my daughter starting ballet, and that was a really big deal in our family, because, a couple of years ago and a year ago, we just didn't have the financial freedom and the time freedom to be able to take her to a ballet class. And so that was a really big deal. And so I was able to bring the business aspect into that post without being overly businessy. And I still made it really special and personal and, emotional, because people really want to feel something from your posts. So I will move on. What to post and what not to post. I know we talk a lot about social media, and I'm super visual, so I love examples. And my best advice to give, if you're new to the team, if you've been around for a little while, find successful coaches and follow them. Find people you identify in this business. Doesn't have to necessarily be, members of our team. There are successful coaches in the entire Beachbody coach organization. And here are some examples, of like what they're posting. Find out what they're posting and kind of recreate it and put your own spin on it. But I mean, that was huge for me when I was a brand new coach. Like, okay, so-and-so just posted that. Well, I'm going to, do something really similar and make that my own. And you kind of start to get comfortable with that and you come up with your own content. But a really good way to do that is to get comfortable with, seeing what other people are doing. So, these are some examples of just lots of different things here. It looks like Nikki Whiting did a Transformation Tuesday post where she featured one of her coaches. That's me on an airplane, and I was kind of talking about my day and just observations. Paige Castro talking about her rank advancement, and she brought her kids into the picture. Really good idea. People love to give advice and answer questions on social media, so get people involved in your posts. They love, love, love to, give their input. And here I was talking about getting lash extensions, and that started a huge conversation. Brigida Linford talking about her shake weight, another Transformation Tuesday post down at the bottom. Lots of different ways you can talk about Transformation Tuesday type of things, but it's really smart to utilize, Motivation Monday, Transformation Tuesday, Woman Crush Wednesday, all of those things gives you an opportunity to talk about the business and about yourself and bring your story in and have full circle moment type of posts and all of those things. Without being overly businessy and overly salesy. It's just really painting the picture for people. And I think that that's really important. So moving on, here we go. Building relationships and how to connect. Give people a call to action. I really love, posts that paint the picture and stuff, and then you end with some sort of constructive action that they can take. And usually that's comment below if you're interested. Email me at this email address if you'd like more information or if you ever want to connect. Comment below because there's only 5 more days to sign up for my challenge group. All of those things that gives people a tangible activity that they can do right then and there to say, yeah, I am interested in what you're having to say here. And, you've got to give people that because you can show them all of these amazing things, but if you're not giving them that action step at the end, they don't know what to do with that information. So also, don't be afraid to reach out. Follow up and keep a running list and stay really organized. Schedule socialization or socializing into your power hour. I think that's such a big deal. When you're working from a list and you know who your potential challengers and your potential coaches are, you really want people to know that you genuinely care. And so you want to spend that time, go to their pages and comment on pictures of their kids and let them know that you really do care. Like you want to get to know them on a personal level. And that just helps you grow your brand so much more. I'm going to stop my screen share here. I hope you guys enjoyed this. I really wanted to, keep this to a sort of minimum as much as I could, but I hope you enjoyed the slides. Attraction marketing is huge. And it definitely takes time to build that market and that network of followers and an audience. But it's the fastest way that you can build your business as a coach. And I hope that was helpful. Let me know if you have any questions, guys. Thanks so much. Have a good night.